So wow, what a game there. As an England fan, that was awesome. 33-19 against the All Blacks. England weren't perfect, they couldn't win a line out, but they were on balance to me the better team, which is fantastic. I'm going to go through a bit of a player analysis, a player rating here, say what I think of them. I'll put the scores on the side, so more agree and disagree with what I say than the scores, because scores are kind of very subjective. But anyway, let's get stuck into this, and I'm going to do a big review of this game, a big analysis as always, and spend a bit more time on it, so watch out for that. But for now, let's get into the team in this brilliant win, a fantastic win. Like I said, they deserved it. It wasn't perfect at all, but, sometimes they're not going to be. Some good tries as well, some painfully conceded ones. Front row-wise, it took a while for the scrum to get going, but they got the edge. Baxter and Hayes, they absolutely smashed a couple of scrums, which was really good. And then the replacements came on and did the same. I think Genge lost his bind once, but he had the upper hand as well. So really good 1-2 in the scrum. Around the park, I thought they were okay, the props. Genge probably the best of the lot there. He put a really nice pass in for a counter-attack, but hard work from the props, good scrummaging, that's what they're there for. Now, hooker-wise, they obviously always get the blame for the line-out, rightly or wrongly, but George's line-out really went awry, and I just thought he struggled a bit around the park. Athletic-wise, just struggling a bit, maybe age, still works really hard, still a good player, of course, very experienced, but I wonder if him and Cowan-Dickie, will they make it to the World Cup? Cowan-Dickie came on and did some nice throws to the back to get England's line-out back ticking, but then a really bad not straight right to the front late on could have been costly. So okay from the hookers, maybe not the best. Coles, massive game for him, and he did front up. He looked pretty good, to be honest, but again, struggled a bit in the line out. He went for the try line when England were right on the attack in the first half, and maybe a bigger, more powerful second row could have powered over potentially, but that's kind of picking at holes. He played really well, and Itoje was grinding really well as well, hitting hard, very muscular, just until the end when he started giving away some penalties. Now, England started with Pepper, Underhill and Earl, and the two guys that caught the eye were Underhill and Earl. Pepper working hard as always. I'm sure there was loads of stuff I missed that he did really well, but he's just there to grind. Underhill and Earl, they are the attackers. Goodness me, Underhill I thought was phenomenal. His attacking carries were brilliant, maybe the best I've ever seen, getting over the gain line again and again. And Earl is the best carrier of the lot, and he got in good little spaces as well. He carried in tight and did very well, got in between players, used in strike plays. I thought he was absolutely excellent. Now, I always find Mitchell very hard to rate. He does some really good things, but also makes some mistakes, slips off some tackles, a few dodgy kicks at the end, but also made a lot of good kicks, a lot of good breaks. I think he was guilty for the offload that cost England towards the end, but I'll have to watch that one back. So maybe a bit of a mixed bag, but still decent performances from Mitchell. He is our best at 9, I'm absolutely certain. Controversy with the selecting of Ford. Made a couple of mistakes early on, missed a kick at goal, a bad crossfield kick, but then came back into it. His tackling is always going to be conceding ground as he just holds the ball up, if you like, and concedes ground. And that was always going to happen, but I don't think he missed any shockers. And then he really got back into the game with those drop goals. 2 fantastic drop goals. Nailing them, the second one from quite a lot of distance. What a hard skill, under some pressure as well. That was class. And then the attack really got clicking, and he and Dingwall really got it flowing. Dingwall, okay, let's talk about Fraser Dingwall. His best game for England by miles. If you're going to play Dingwall, he needs to play like this, because this is him at his best, where he's making the play, popping guys through holes, not making a mistake. In the past for England, he'd made too many mistakes, but this time round he was almost perfect, making his tackles, good low tackles, like I said, putting people into space, really getting that attacking shape going. He was a class act, and when other guys around him are threats, then it works really well. I had picked him to be 12 because I think he was the only option, but a bit reticent, but that was a great game for Dingwall, what he really needed, and the combo between him and Lawrence looked really good. Because Lawrence was powerful, goodness me, smashed some players off for his try, always good off of first face, knocking it up. A really good pop pass actually to Dingwall as well for Dingwall's try, so good all-round game for Lawrence, quality stuff there. Roebuck ruled the airways, got his try at the end, he looks really quality, I don't think he's going anywhere. And Feiwaboso is interesting, so dangerous, made loads of meters, smashed some tackles, but boy, he does make some errors, he does do a few rash things, caught out in defence sometimes, but I think he's going to learn, he's going to get better, so a bit of a mixed bag, but just so dangerous in attack, so physical. or a net positive, definitely. Stewart, unlucky for him, had to be removed early. Did one really bad thing, which is getting caught out for the try, rushing up, but also made some really good plays, high balls, pop passes. So maybe he'd had a good game. I don't know, but okay, the first 20 minutes, whatever he had. Marcus Smith had to come on early and had one of his better games for England. I thought he looked pretty much at home at fullback. The All Blacks didn't really pepper him with high kicks, actually. There was one which he lost just about, but all round he looked pretty good. Physical in the line, actually. He made a bit of ground carrying. He did one decent tackle, knocking a guy back. So it was a good game at fullback for Smith. And yeah, that was impressive against the All Blacks, actually. I thought he did pretty well. Other subs, we didn't really see Cunningham South that much. Curry and Pollock came on, though, and had a big impact. Pollock is just all energy. And, of course, he creates a try at the end, getting a nice little stab kick away from McKenzie just because he's too quick. Tom Curry, a good couple of hits. I think Pollock got a good turnover as well. So they did make an impact as well and help close out the game. So really good game for England. Absolutely delighted for them. Some big performances in there. That's my take. I'll put some scores on the side. Have a field day saying what you think about the game. I've obviously only watched it once at this point, so let me know what I've missed. I'm sure there's plenty, and I love learning from you guys. Watch out for the analysis of the game coming up. Do like, do subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll catch you next time.